Now, with food sensitivities, you're going to have clients come to you and say, yeah, I have a sensitivity to eggplant and gluten and Lou Diamond Phillips and the board game Parcheesi, or whatever it is they tell you. And these are not food allergies that a person might be born with, like a peanut allergy that can be life-threatening. The symptoms that come along with food sensitivities are a little less severe in most cases. But a food sensitivity is something that a person can develop over time. So in this video, you're going to learn how to help teach your clients how these food sensitivities can come about and how to avoid developing them. Let's jump in.
T.C. Hale is not a doctor and does not claim to be a doctor or licensed in any type of medical field. Don't be an idiot and use anything heard on the show as medical advice. This information should be used for educational purposes only, and you should contact your doctor for any medical advice. Now get off me.
To explain food sensitivities to a client, you first need to help them understand how digestion is supposed to work. So when we eat food, our stomachs make hydrochloric acid, or HCl. And this stomach acid is meant to help us start to break that food down. Now, once the food is properly acidified, it leaves the stomach and goes into the duodenum, or the first 10 inches of the small intestine. And there, that's where the gallbladder drops alkaline bile down onto this acid product that left the stomach. So this is what creates a sizzle. This opposite pHs meeting together, this acid meeting the alkaline, creates almost like an explosion. It's like a sizzle that helps us really bust that food apart and really pull all the nutrients out of that food. We need to break that food down into elemental nutrients of vitamins and minerals and amino acids and fats. And that sizzle is what helps us do that. Now, once those foods is broken down into elemental nutrients and they go into the bloodstream, the body's like, hey, there's some amino acids. I need that. I was looking for that. I'll take that. But for a lot of reasons, a person may not be making enough stomach acid. And for a wide variety of reasons, a person's bile may have become too thick and sticky to flow correctly. So when either of those sides of digestion are not working properly for somebody, they're not getting that sizzle. And without that sizzle, we can't really break all that food down into elemental nutrients. So here's the problem. If we eat a salami sandwich and that salami sandwich is not broken down into vitamins and minerals and amino acids, then it still has an identity. So when it makes it into the bloodstream, it says, hey, I'm a salami sandwich. And the body says, I don't know what a salami sandwich is, so you must be an invader. And it attacks this food like it's going to go to war against this invader. The body also says, hey, I'm going to make a record of you, Mr. Invader, and I'm going to keep this record in the system, so when you come in again, I'm going to invade you even harder. So when you eat this food again and again, the reaction can get worse and worse, and this person really develops a sensitivity over time. Now, enzymes can also be a factor. Maybe a person's missing the type of enzyme needed to break down that specific type of food. Like, a lactose intolerance is very common. A lot of those issues is someone just doesn't have enough of the lactase enzyme to break down lactose properly. So they can supplement with a lactase enzyme and all of a sudden they don't have a sensitivity to that food anymore. Now, that's just going to happen with some people for some of the issues. Most people seem to have more of a problem with breaking the food down into elemental nutrients, and when it's not breaking down, that food still has an identity, and the identity creates a reaction in the body. Now, for a lot of these sensitivities to really develop, there also has to be another factor involved, and that's a leaky gut type factor, where there might be a little bit larger holes in the intestinal lining so this undigested food can slip through and make it into the bloodstream. So it appears that the most common cause of these leaky gut type issues is some type of fungal, yeast, or mold type overgrowth. These are the microorganisms that seem to be really good at kind of boring holes in the intestinal lining and create that leaky gut problem. So it does seem that bacterial overgrowth issues are a lot more common, like SIBO is really popular. Like all the popular kids have SIBO now, and you're going to see a lot of your clients say, hey, I think I got a SIBO issue. So that seems to be more popular because bacterial overgrowth issues seem to be more popular. And the thing is that these overgrowths happen because that stomach acid barrier was gone. That stomach acid is the main barrier for the whole body. So these microbes come in on the food that your clients are eating, and if they don't have enough stomach acid there to fry those microbes in an acid bath, then they come in, they set up camp, and they have a keg party, and they raise their kids, and then that overgrowth can move from the stomach down in the small intestine and create that SIBO issue. So the thing is that when there's a bacterial overgrowth, it kind of sets up in the environment for other overgrowths to kind of thrive as well, and you start seeing these other fungal and yeast and mold type issues come along, and these seem to be the problems that are the best at creating these food sensitivity issues by really creating a leaky gut problem. So you can see that that lack of stomach acid not only allowed the bad guys to come in and create an underlying problem, but it's the lack of stomach acid that's removing the ability to really break that food down into elemental nutrients. So restoring stomach acid function can be a really big deal for a lot of your clients. When you understand how common it is for someone not to have either stomach acid or bile flow working correctly, you can see how easy it is for someone to develop a food sensitivity like this. So in the description below, we're going to put a link for our video on how to help clients improve food sensitivity issues. Because we first need to understand how to improve any digestive malfunctions, but we also need to understand how to help clients figure out which foods are creating the sensitivity issues. Because a lot of these food sensitivity tests out there seem to be flawed in one way or another, so we'll show you how to help your clients learn how to do this simple on their own. And we'll also show you steps you can take to improve these food sensitivity issues. And if you're not already helping clients improve digestive malfunctions, I'll put a link to my book Health Pro Results in the description below this video where you can download it totally for free. Now it's available on Amazon if you got to have a book that you just want to hold and read and stuff like that, but I'll put a link where you can get the whole book totally free below, and that'll help you teach clients how to figure out, are there digestive malfunctions? And if so, what steps can help them improve those? For now, watch our video on helping clients understand digestive troubles so you can gain more insights into helping clients improve that issue there. I can't wait to hear about your results.